Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me. Caroline here, and we're going all Christmassy today with the Electric Ink Designs Frosted Vogue collection. Now on this one, what I did was I have in my digital collection I have a window like this, and I placed behind it this image that you get with the just as part of the Frosted Vogue collection. You get two beautiful backgrounds. I'll show you the other one. The other one is this one, and I'm going to do some lovely cards with those. So I slotted it behind the window in my program, and I also placed this lady here, this dolly, one of Carly's dollies, on here from the Midnight Mixology collection, if you've got that collection. If you haven't, then go on the page and you'll be able to find where you can get these. But it is lovely either for a Christmas card, or like I'm doing today, doing my journal page, my electric ink journal page, and having some fun with it. So I'm going to colour her in. I've got it's like a wood effect background, which is from a Stamps by Me paper pad called Winter Story. Not sure they've got that anymore, because Tony Darrett's been doing lots of wonderful sales on her Wednesday deal breakers, deal hunters, sorry. So if you go on the How to Craft Network on a Wednesday, Tuesday or a Wednesday, they do these wonderful sales, and you can pick up some bargains. So I won't stick my dolly on yet. I'm going to save that. I printed off a Christmas tree as well, because I'm going to stick that on. So first of all, let's colour in our little scene here. Looks lovely, that. Imagine sitting there with that at the background. Absolutely stunning. Okay, so I'm going to do her skin first. These are my Copic markers that I'm using. The Frosted Vogue is being launched on the 18th of July, and that will be live with Carly Duff on the Electric Ink page on Facebook. But don't worry if you miss it, you can still purchase them from Carly Duff, and I'll put some links in for you if this is something that you would like. I'm going to be making some beautiful Christmas cards, so keep tuned for that. This is a darker one, which is the E00. So just for a little bit of shading on the face here. And down the hand. And it just stops your image looking very flat. So that's that done. Just got add a little bit more. This one is the E43. So it is a little bit darker, but I will blend that in with my very first one, which was the YR00. You can buy the Copic skin tone collection on its own, which is very handy to have, so that you know that all the skin tones are going to blend beautifully. Can you see? Well, that's blended lovely, hasn't it? I don't like a wedge. Okay, and then her hair. Sorry, I'll just turn my sound off my phone. And her hair. First I'm going to do some yellow with my Copic marker. Just a few yellow tones in here, some golden tones. I'm going to get my glitter pens on it after, because you know, she's gone all glittery, hasn't she, for Christmas? And then this one, which is the E15. Which has a bit of a reddy tone to it, just a little bit of a reddy tone to it. Blue, which is gorgeous. Look at that. Beautiful tones there. Just make sure that it's still filming. Yep. Lovely. And then I've got a darker brown, which is the E18. And just going to put some little bit darker streaks in. Because hair is never one flat colour, is it? And that's the thing to bear in mind when you're colouring hair, is that it wouldn't just all be flat yellow. You wouldn't look at somebody and think, you know, that you have flat yellow hair or flat brown. There are always highlights in hair. So I'm going to go back with my yellow. Keep opening these at the wrong end. I really should pay attention. I'm going back with that. Just going over that to just highlight any white bits that might shine through. So can you see that? How that's given us some beautiful highlights. Lovely, lovely jubbly. I'm going to do her top in red because she's got a Christmas jumper on. So, you know. We all get our Christmas jumpers out, don't we? When it comes to Christmas. This is a Gossip marker, which you can't get anymore. They're no longer on the website for Stamped by Me, which is a shame. I think you can get the individual ones, you just can't get a big box of them. But I think she still does the packs that you can get, like about 6 in a pack. But these really have been my favourite reds. You can tell they're drying up now a bit. I've used them so much. But that's just given that little bit of pale effect there where it's not gone dark. So that, again, it's not flat. It's light and shade in everything in life, isn't there? Let me just get the other end. This is the fine end. So I think, as you will all know, it's the Christmas in July with all the crafting companies at the moment. So this is a darker one. I'm just going to do a bit of shading. So if you haven't already got enough craft supplies for Christmas, we never have enough, do we? What I like about Carly's is it's different. It's something different, you know, to enjoy. Instead of all the run-of-the-mill stuff. So that's darker. I'm just going to go back with my red. I'll just get my other red. I'm just going to blend that in. This is just a slightly brighter red on top of this other one, if you can see. I'm just leaving that little bit of pale red there. And those are all blended in now. Going to do her skirt in a green. A really nice green. I've got my paper underneath here just to protect my book. So she's in the traditional Christmas colours. She's sitting in a chair with a nice glass of wine. Can't blame her, can you? And this should this one should just be good for a little bit of tone. And blend that in. There we are. She's looking fabulous. I'm going to do these chairs now. So the back of the chair I want in a brown. Because they're like wicker chairs, aren't they? Like a nice, that's a nice wooden effect at on the back and the sides. And the one she's sat in. Just a little bit around there. So when you get to a bit of fine detail like around the chair, that's why I prefer not to have a wedge like this, but to have at the fine end, you know, like the Gothic one. You've got the brush end and you've got a fine end, and to me those are the best to have when you're looking for decent markers. Get brush end and fine end. You don't need wedge unless you're colouring in massive areas, you know. That's my recommendation anyway. So I'm just going to do a little bit of shading with this one. And the legs. And the table legs. And just around the side of the table there. is that? I'm just going to do her lips. Nice pink lipstick on. Missed a bit of her arm there. So let me move those for now. Her cushion, I'm doing a pink. The chair cushions, I think I'll do in pink. Bit of a rose pink. So it's just got a hint of pink at the back there. Just a little, really very pale pink. And then at the back, a little bit darker. A little bit darker pink. Just leave out some white where it's sort of puffed out. You see? Just going around it in a circle. Like that. There we are. A little pink cushion, a little bit of shading on that cushion. Blend that in. Oh, drop the lid. Where the heck has that gone? Got in my craft bag. I have a craft bag under my desk. Now, the carpet here, I'm just going to do that in a bit of a tan. Because I don't think it's carpet, I think it's like the wooden flooring, the nice wooden flooring. And a bit of grey for that back. Some grey. Oops. Because that will match where the wood is at the back. We won't see a lot of this because when this is on here, well, let me just do her watch. We'll do this cushion in a grey here. Bit of a grey. Bit of a grey tint to that. Because pink and grey goes well, doesn't it? And the table here. Cloth that's on it, because when she's on now here, that tree is going to cover quite a bit there, so a lot of things there we don't need to colour that's on the table. So let's build that up. So let's glue her on. Glue that on there, and I just need to work on the tree, so let's get that back. And I want to sort of highlight some of these baubles. I'm using my gel pens. These are my Pentel gel pens, so that gives it a lovely golden glow, doesn't it? First, I bought this two-way glue pen, and it's a thicker nib one, I'll give a link for it. But if you want to, you know, the quickie glue pens are very fine tip on it. But if you want it just a little bit wider, which I want for some tinsel on the tree here, hopefully that's sticky. We'll soon find out, won't we? So I just want to do some, like you would with your tinsel, having it in waves. For me, that's the best part of the Christmas tree. I absolutely love tinsel. I'm a big kid when it comes to Christmas. So we'll see how this performs now. Let's get some glitter on. See if that's stuck. It actually hasn't stuck. Well, that's disappointing, isn't it? Let me have a look at that. I wonder if I should have pressed it down to get the glue going. Oh yes, my fault, silly me. Here we go again. I can see where I had it before. Just got to make sure just to see how fast this dries when you're working with it as well. So this is a good test. Let's try it again. See how this one does. Well, yes, absolutely. Thank you very much. So remember, when you get it, pump it down and then we'll carry on with it, doing these baubles as well. So I've got like a silvery one there. Do one in like a greeny colour. That's nice. But you want your baubles looking bright and light, don't you, on your tree? It's and let's do some lights on. That are hanging as well. Because when she's sat there, she looks like she's looking up at the tree. You'll see in a minute. She really does look like she's looking at it. If you're on the group, the Electric Ink Colour Voltage group, I can share this image of a tree. It's just for personal use only, but I'm happy to share this because it's a full tree. You just cut it out what you want. I'll just get my Oscar. There's always red lights, isn't there, on the tree? This is looking a lovely full tree. And you can imagine lots of presents at the bottom of it. Well, that's looking really nice, I think that. Very happy with that. A nice gold here that will show up as well. Some of these baubles. And that's a silver. This might be a better silver. Have that. Let's move all those away, and we can stick our tray on now. Look, can you see she's looking at it? She's looking at the tray. Nice that. Then we want a star on the top, don't we? So I've got a gold star here. I'll pop on the top like that. In the middle. Oops. Stuck there. Stuck in there. And then I've got some gems I can stick on of holly. Again, I've had these ages. I think I got them in the Range or the Works. They're going on the sash at the top there. That's nice, doesn't it? Put one in the corner here of the window, and one in that corner as well. That's really made the page up, hasn't it? It's really, really pretty. I mean, I got some gems, and I was sent these in one of my swaps I did on a group. So I thought, you know, they're nice, aren't they? So let's do the odd bauble. It's a green one. And a pearl one. Another red one. Sorry, my glue's coming out quite fast today. At least it's not as hot as it was. It's a lot cooler today, thankfully. The heat was oppressive these past few days. Last weekend, anyway. Okay. Do you know what I think? I think we're done. I just want to do her earring. And that's gold. And gold on her nails as well. A little bit gold around her watch. Just put some numeral things in there. But that's looking lovely, isn't it, from Christmas in July page. I have some stickers, and got one here that says Very Merry Christmas. I can just pull that off. that in the corner there. A very Merry Christmas. And there we have it. That's been good fun, hasn't it? Well, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you've enjoyed that little bit of Christmas, little bit of fun. See you soon. Bye bye.